Okay, I've got to go save the bacon. Ronnie has a problem and don't even know it. So, his truck that we've been waiting on to get back, the guy has gave up on it. He cannot seem to fix it. So I'm going to get it. I got to run over here to the farm. I'm going to grab a trailer and I'm going to go after it. The truck runs, starts, drives, all that good stuff. But the problem is, every once in a blue moon, the starter will break. The motor will buck or backfire or vapor lock or whatever you want to call it, and basically lock down and bust the starter off. So you might start it 5 times, you might start it 50 times, and all of a sudden it'll buck and break the starter. So the guy's been trying to figure it out. He's done took everything apart 2 or 3 times, trying to figure out what the problem is, and he can't seem to figure it out. So, you know what I've said in the past, and what Ronnie has said in the past. If you want it done right, you have to do it yourself. So, we're going to, I'm going to go get this thing, and I'm going to take it to Ronnie, and Ronnie's going to figure it out. And if not, maybe I'll figure it out. Hell, I don't know. But one of the 2 of us is going to figure it out. And if not, we'll put another motor in it. So, one way or the other, we will get this truck running. But we believe it has to be a wiring issue. Or, you know, something to do with the wiring. Because the motor runs too good when it starts. Well, it always starts, but the motor runs too good when it's running. You can drive it around and it runs perfectly fine. So we're pretty sure it's a wiring issue. But we're here at the farm, and let me see if I can flip y'all around. I don't know how to flip you around. What's that do? We're here at the farm. Fixing to go in and get a trailer. I'll get back with you. Okay, here we go. This is our chariot. We got the big trailer. I might as well haul this one. I know it's a little overkill, but it's a good hauling trailer, and it's long. I could get the gooseneck out and haul it, but I like hauling these bumper pools. In this place I'm going into, it's kind of a tight spot in there. It's at a guy's house. I don't know, I ain't that good on that gooseneck yet. I don't know if I could back it in. I'm gonna have to back it down a long driveway to get it in there. So actually I'm gonna have to back it down one road and then down through a driveway and back around and out another way. So, but the reason I'm taking a trailer is because it's just me. I mean, if I had somebody who could drive with me, we'd just go down and jump in and drive off. But got a trailer, got a couple of straps. We'll see. Got a couple of straps. We'll see what happens. Hopefully nothing exciting, but I'll get back with you when we get back over there. Okay, we got it offloaded. I couldn't show you us loading it because we had problems over there, or not problems, but I didn't want to have problems. We already had issues of the guy couldn't fix it, so I didn't want to, you know, be an ass over there too much. So we got it loaded. I got it offloaded. I got it in our 10,000 square foot warehouse. We will take you in there and show you what we got. And nice truck. Just got to figure it out. Figure it out. But we will go behind that doors when we come back. Pump the gas, pump the gas. Here we go.
All right, folks, so I finally got my other truck back, but it don't work right. So I'm gonna show you what we got. This is an 86 GMC Sierra Classic. I love this truck, and here's why I like it. It's because it has a lift gate on the back, right? It's got this old rack. Now, cosmetically, the truck needs painted and some things. We're gonna handle all that. But we gotta get it running right first, right? So what I did was, this thing still ran, but it was loose. I mean, it just was not right. We couldn't get it right. And it's just the engine was about worn out. So I thought, hey, it's a cool old truck. You know what? I'm gonna keep this truck because I can use it to move arcade games and stuff, but I'm gonna make it nice. I'm gonna just go ahead and get it all done, get me a really nice truck. So what I did was I found a guy that's pretty good at fixing this stuff up, or so I thought, right? So I took it to him. What he did was he pulled the engine out and we took it to a shop to have the engine rebuilt. So this engine is not an 86. I think originally it had a 305 in it that was blown whenever we bought it. It's many years ago. So we swapped in this other engine that we had in another truck that was a 400. So this is a 400. Didn't they stop making the 400s in the 70s?
I don't know if it was in the 70s, but I know they stopped.
This is an older 400. It's from, I think we ran the number on the block when we had it out. I think it's from like 1970, the engine in it. But it doesn't even matter as long as it runs, who cares, right? So we took it out and we had it rebuilt. And I kind of wanted to keep it because it had been in another truck that we had, and you know, 400's got a little more power than a 350 and blah, 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 right? And I'd been driving it with this 400 in it for a long time. So I had this thing up and running. It just leaked a lot of oil. The engine was about slap worn out. And I drove it over to this gentleman's house and dropped it off. And he started working on it. So he pulled the engine. He took it to the engine shop. They're going to rebuild it. But he took him the whole engine, like everything. Donnie, is that what you're supposed to do?
No. You're supposed to take a long block, or a short block, actually. That means just the head and the block.
Yes.
With the crank and the pistons in it, obviously. But that's it. You keep all the 10.
So here's the whole thing. If you would have bought like a crate motor or a rebuilt motor from like AutoZone or O'Reilly or something, you can set the thing on the stand and then take all the parts off of this one and put it on that one and then pop it in the truck. But that's not what happened because we were trying to rebuild this one. So the gentleman took the engine to the rebuilding place, and the rebuilder thought that basically it was an engine coming in from a speed shop or something, or a scrapyard. So he takes it all apart and he makes the long block out of it. So the block had some cracks in it somewhere or something that he welded up and everything. And this is a reputable engine shop. This is not just some dude. This is a reputable engine shop that has tons of good stories. You know, they also have bad stories, but you know, you can't trust all of that crap whenever it's negative, because it could be a situation like we're looking at right now, which I'll get further into in a minute. So we took it to an engine shop. The guy rebuilt it. Took him a while because he had to weld up some stuff and everything. But anyway, so we get it back. We get it back, and it's the block. Oh, and this particular engine, the harmonic balancer had fallen off of at one point, and the snout of the crank was all screwed up. So anyway, we get it back. It's bored 40 over. I believe it was bored 40 over before. The guy just cleaned that up, rehoned it, I guess, or whatever, and then fixed the cracks or whatever, the deficiencies that he found in the block. Said it was good to go. Put a brand new crank in it, all new bearings and all that stuff. You know. So we get it back, and it's the two heads and the block. But the guy had taken him the whole engine. This had been about a 2-month period, and the engine shop has tons of work, right? So he calls the guy back, "Where's all my stuff?" And the guy's like, "Well, hell, I don't know. We take them off the engine." And then basically he's got an understanding with the people that work at his shop that if shit's laying around, you can take it home. So people had kind of absconded with all of my stuff. So it didn't have an intake. It didn't have an oil pan cover.
Didn't have an oil pump.
Didn't have an oil pump. Didn't have what's, you know, stuff like oil pump though, you put a new one in, but
Drive shafts and the distributor.
The timing chain cover, the valve covers.
Distributor.
The distributor. Just he might have took the distributor off before he took it to him. But anyway, a lot of the big stuff was missing off of it. And the guy was real cool, the guy at the speed shop, and so not the speed shop, the engine shop. So ultimately he agrees with our builder, who's pretty upset, or our guy that's working on it that's kind of upset about it, that he'll get him his stuff. So he ordered a new intake, I think a new timing chain cover. I can't remember if the oil pan cover was new or if he found one or whatever. But anyway, we get all of our stuff, right? So the guy that I'm having work on it puts it all back together. Now, in the meanwhile, while the engine's out, he paints the engine compartment, except for the firewall, puts a new brake booster on it, new master cylinder,
steering box.
New steering box, new ball joints, new tie rod ends, new shocks on all 4 wheels, new wheel cylinders on all 4 wheels, new brake cylinders on all 4 wheels, new U joints,
pinion seal,
new seal on the transmission. We did every freaking thing on it. I mean, new radiator, even new fan shroud, new coolant bottle. You know, just pretty much everything you can think of to replace on it. We went ahead and redid, and it wasn't real expensive, but it's, you know, it adds up. But basically, this thing has had everything replaced on it, but we made a big mistake. We did it all at one time. So the guy gets everything back. Oh, all new exhaust, which was a heartthrob kit.
Exhaust manifold.
Yeah, the exhaust manifold. With this one, obviously not, but the other one. Just every freaking thing, right? Now, we've had nothing but trouble out of this, right? So the guy messes around with it, and he gets it all together, but he can't get the thing to run. And he doesn't know what it is, and he's more of like a... He was more interested in swapping the engine instead of rebuilding the engine, because he's not an engine rebuilder. And so when he got the long block back, that wasn't his thing. He wasn't able to get the thing back up and running. So Donnie keeps finding stuff that's screwed up. So we take it over. We pick it up from that guy. He did most of the stuff, like the wheels and the brakes and the most of this, and actually installing the engine, removing the engine, and all that. So he did all that. So we take it to another guy that we know, who is a little better with engines, and he starts tinkering with it, you know, messing with timing and things like that, trying to get the thing to run right. And we've got it, as you just saw, where it'll run. Yeah, look at this, like crap like this. That's fun. Little harness over there, doesn't hook the shit. Probably goes to AC.
Yep.
Okay, so we got it back, and the thing will run, but it's just got issues, man. The brakes ain't right. It won't idle right. The starter keeps breaking because it's not shimmed right or it's not lined up right, and so it's grinding and crap. Put a new flywheel in it because the other one we figured was probably messed up. There's stuff all in the back of the truck that we've already replaced with the other guys. So our whole point of doing all this is so that Donnie doesn't have to do it, right? Yeah, somehow we have 2 flywheels in the back. That's fun. And there's one in the truck. 1, 2 distributors. There's a carburetor. So the first guy, plug wires, the first guy got a lot of the stuff done. The second guy got it actually up and running, but it still ain't running right. So now Donnie gets to be the third guy with me, right? So me and Donnie are going to try to bring it on home. What do y'all think about that? I don't know, man. So we're starting with a platform that a bunch of other people have messed with. So I want to be clear about something. I don't hold any ill will towards the first guy. The first guy worked on it. He told me right at the beginning that he was not an engine rebuilder. He did swap the engine, but it was a partial engine, basically. I talked him into, hey, let's keep the old one. He wanted to swap in a crate motor, right? So I don't hold any ill will to that guy. He told me right up front that wasn't his thing, and he got everything in it. He did a bunch of other stuff that seems like pretty good work. So I don't have any problems with that guy. He didn't do anything wrong. Now the second guy, we know him. He's a good guy too. He's more of an engine guy, but by this time he's working with somebody else's sloppy seconds, and basically he's chasing things that he don't know what's going on. I mean, this thing has been rode hard and put away wet, so it's got, boy, I'm saying a lot of the euphemisms today. I might get this video banned. Forget that last 30 seconds of the video. The second guy, he's getting it and somebody else has already worked through everything. And so there's little issues all over the place that he's not familiar with because he's kind of playing cleanup on it, right? So, and the engine was kind of cobbled together. So, plus it's the wrong engine in the truck. This is an 86 and it's got an engine from a 70 in it. So we've got our hands full here, but Donnie seems confident that we can get it going. What do you think, Donnie?
I made a bunch of these damn motors run in my time, and I can make this one run.
There we go. Now, so Donnie's my brother Donnie. He's a mechanic, but here's the whole thing. I'm trying to get somebody else to do the damn thing so we can just pay them. I drive it over to their house, drop it off, and go pick it up. So Donnie doesn't have to work on it, and so I don't have to work on it. Now, do I not want Donnie to work on it because he's lazy? No, it's because he's got 50 other things he's doing. You know, I mean, we got crap everywhere we're doing. And Lord knows I got crap that I'm doing. I got about 200 arcade games and pinball machines that are broke that I'm supposed to be fixing. And I'm fixing them as quick as I can, but damn, I can't fix them and this truck and the buildings we've got and all the other stuff we got going on.
And the next problem, we got another truck that needs the same thing.
Yeah, so here's the whole thing. I'm trying to get this one fixed so I can rebuild the engine in my other one. Oh my God, driving me crazy.
What that means? Donnie don't get one, Donnie gets two.
Yeah. So we're behind the 8 ball here a little bit, people. That truck I'm driving is driving, but it's just barely holding on. You may have seen my video where we did the water pump and my video where we did the power steering pump, or I did. But I always say we because it's all of us in it together, isn't it, people? Y'all are helping us out, just watching and giving us the thumbs up and subscribing to us. You already gave us the thumbs up, didn't you? So we're going to try to work on this thing, and whenever it's done, I'm going to have me a really nice truck, but just not quite yet. But a lot of the stuff has been done. I went to the junkyard and got the right fan thing. I mean the intake manifold. I mean not intake manifold, freaking breather cover.
Air filter cover.
Air filter cover.
Housing.
So I want to do a little video just showing you kind of the beginning, how we're starting on this thing. It's got the interior is pretty decent on it too, but what I'm going to do whenever we get it done is I'm going to redo the interior. But basically it has a nice blue interior. It's a little worn, but it's in decent little shape, you know, and the air worked before. I'll tell you real quick, just to finish the video, I'm going to tell you a story about my rims. So I needed a rim for the spare. These are a special type I'll show you this one up front here. So I needed a special type. So I found one on Craigslist. I drove up to get it from the guy's house. He had a rim and and some stuff. And they even had the same tire on it and everything, so I did really good. So the guy comes out, everything's cool, and after I'm talking to him for about 5 minutes, he starts showing me that he has these that he'll give me along with it too, which is cool. I ain't got no problem with that. Donnie, you got plenty of bang bangs, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so no problem with that. But this guy, no, we don't need one. This guy, the longer he talks, I start getting a little creeped out, and I'm thinking, I'm out in the middle of nowhere, and this dude's talking bang bangs. And so he's one of these guys, Donnie, that's convinced that the government is going to kill everybody, and that he's got him a cabin in the woods. And he told me at the time, this was about 5 months ago, that he was only going to stay at his house about another 2 weeks, and then he was going to the woods because he thought there was going to be a big war. And I was kind of just doing the nod thing. I didn't know if I wanted to agree with him, because then he might like
want you to go with him.
Yeah, I didn't know. It was kind of scary. I don't want to say scary. I wasn't afraid of him, but I was thinking, yeah, I might need to get the hell out of here. So, but I thanked the guy, shook his hand back when you could still shake people's hands, and got out of here. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Just a little showing you what we're starting with. And we're going to clean this thing up a little bit, and we'll see if we can get it running a little better. And so as we do each thing on it that we figure out is screwed up, we'll shoot a little video and let you know our progress. So if you're interested in seeing where we're going with it, go ahead and subscribe to my brother Donnie here. Give us a thumbs up for taking the trouble to film it for you, and leave your comments down below. What do you want to say, Donnie?
Give us a thumbs up. We'll catch you on the next one.